Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Night Pizza. I am your host, Marty, as always. And as always, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. Tuning in to watch our Sunday Night Pizza on hopefully Monday afternoon. I usually get them up on Monday, sometimes once in a blue moon on Tuesday, but usually this will air on Monday afternoons. We try a frozen pizza on Sunday. I eat it, rate it, tell you how I like it, recommend it or don't recommend it. Anyway, most of you who watch, I think, have been following along. And again, I appreciate all you following along, everybody who subscribed. So we got a frozen pizza, and I'll show it to you right now. It's all right. So when I got at Schnucks, I've been going to Hy-Vee. I thought I ate all of them at Schnucks. I just happened to be going down the aisle the other day, and I saw this, the Maestro pizza. It says the mastery of pizza, the Maestro, which I think is a weird name for a pizza. It makes me think of that Seinfeld episode where there was the Maestro, the guy from Animal House. What's his name? Mark Metcalf. How I know that, I will never know. Mark Metcalf is the actor who played, I think, Niedermeyer was his name in Animal House. He played the ROTC asshole, but he was the Maestro in Seinfeld. I don't know if there was one or if he was a recurring character. I know he was a big deal in at least one of them. He played a musical maestro. So this makes me think of that. The other weird thing about this is it's called Pepperoni Diavolo. Diavolo, I guess that's how you say it. I wasn't sure what that was. It says it's got shredded mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, fontina cheese. Then it says a Diavola spice blend and basil. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. Diavola. I mean, I didn't know what that was, so I did. I Googled it and I found on Wikipedia it's the Italian name for the devil. So it's kind of weird to me that they're going to name their pizza after the devil. I don't know. I don't get it. And why is it I guess then, so that's the devil's spice blend. I mean, now I don't know if I want to eat this or not. Well, I'm probably going to hell anyway, so why not? The other thing that I'm curious about is this right here. You can never know where to point. It says bona fide wood-fired crust. Well, the crust isn't cooked. Maybe it's like pre-cooked. I don't get that. So, but anyway, it's the Maestro. It's a pepperoni pizza. One thing I'm a little nervous about is the crust. I saw that crust and I thought, I hope it goes into a thin crust. That's just the outer, but it looks like the whole crust looks pretty thick. So I don't have high hopes for the Maestro. The one thing I did like, the serving size, they do suggest a quarter, although this is a smaller pizza when you'll see it, and that doesn't bother me. It's not a single size, but it's smaller. I mean, two people could easily split this. It's just me, so I'll save some for later. Anyway, but anyway, the Maestro Pizza is by Pep's Pizza Company, which I think we've had a Pep's on here. I should probably do the research for this, but I don't want to bother. Anyway, I'm doing the old hollow box trick here because it's cooking right now in the oven and should be done momentarily. So we will be back with the Maestro, not with Mark Metcalf. Wish I could have him as a special guest star. Ask him about Animal House, John Belushi. Then he went on and did those Twisted Sister videos. So anyway, the Maestro, pepperoni, Diavola, devil pizza. So we'll see what the devil tastes like, what the devil this pizza tastes like in exactly, we'll use this hand, 3, 2, and 1. We are back. The pizza's out of the oven. Crust looks pretty thick, but maybe I'll get a pleasant surprise. I don't have high hopes for this at all. It's the Maestro pizza. The pepperoni daviola, which I found out is the Italian word for devil, which is kind of bizarre. Naming a pizza the Maestro is weird, but then also naming it, and they said it's because of a spice blend, a devil spice blend. That's odd, but then that also made me think of another Seinfeld character, Crazy Joe Davola. Remember him? I think he was on a number of episodes, at least a couple, I think. So now I'm thinking of Crazy Joe Davola. I'm thinking of the Maestro on Seinfeld. I'm thinking of the devil. I'm thinking of that thick crust. It's out of the oven, though. Let me show you what we got here, what we're working with. I'll put up a photo, as I do as always. Scoot back here a little bit. I mean, it looks good, except for that crust. The pepperonis are like in a cup. they turned into the pepperoni cup, which they don't always do on frozen pizza. Allowed me to pour some hot sauce into those. And speaking of the hot sauce, before we take the Sunday night bite, this is the hot sauce of the week. It's from that Challenge hot sauce mix, Challenge Habanero. They get hotter and hotter. This is the number third one. The first two, they didn't make much of an impression. They weren't bad. I mean, they had a little bit of flavor, but I always think, and maybe I'm wrong here, but I think when you buy a special thing like this, it ought to have a little more flavor than your average hot sauce. But this is supposed to, this is triple X, Habanero triple X. We get hotter as they go, so this is the third in line. The next one, I guess, should be really hot. I haven't noticed them being that hot, though, although I do have a high tolerance for spice, for especially hot sauce. I can eat a lot of hot sauce. So Habanero, triple X rated, not R. That's the hot sauce of the week. All right, it's Sunday night. Let's take that bite. Here's the slice. I'll show you that real quick. And so you can see the crust, especially the outside crust, which I always like the back bites. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but I don't know. Like I say, I don't have high hopes for this, and I'm hoping I'm wrong about it. If I am, I will admit it. We'll take the first bite. The pepperoni does look really good. And I think there's a lot of cheese, so maybe we're going to be pleasantly surprised. It's Sunday night. We'll take that bite. It's way better than I thought. It's got a decent amount of sauce on it. Sauce has a nice tang to it. The hot sauce, again, I don't taste it that much. I mean, it's a little hot, but it's not crazy hot. But the pepperoni's really good, flavorful. This is 100% better than I thought it'd be. And the crust really isn't that bad. The back crust is what's really thick. It's actually is really good. I like pepperoni. I really like. We'll take another pepperoni bite. Mmm. If the crust were paper thin, this would be a great pizza. It's good. Borderline great. I almost hate to take this back crust bite, which usually is my favorite bite of the whole thing, because the back is where it's really thick. Mm-hmm. The back crust bite, it wasn't bad, but there's no toppings on it. And it's just a thick, kind of doughy crust. It is crispier than I thought it would be. Yeah, overall, pleasantly surprised. Sorry for all the bad things I said about the Maestro and the Devil's Blend Spice. What was that called? Devalio? Made me think of Crazy Joe Davola. We'll have a little sip of tea here. That hot sauce was fairly hot, but not crazy hot. I mean, they call that thing the challenge, as if, boy, if you can get through it. And I put almost the whole bottle on this thing. But no, the pizza was a lot better. I would recommend this. The Maestro pizza, I would recommend it. They have a couple other styles, too. Like I said, I got it at Schnucks, if you live here in Peoria, on University. They had like a one with peppers and stuff on it, too. I didn't see just a cheese pizza. But I usually go for the pepperoni. Pepperoni is, you've probably deduced by now, is my favorite style of frozen pizza. So having said that, we're going to give this a rating between 1 to 10. Way, way better than I thought it was going to be. Won't go into the nines with it. I will give it a strong 8.4. Recommended. I would eat it again. Little burp there, excuse me. It makes me burp. 8.4, is that what I said? I hope I did. I hope. Well, we'll get it. If I said something different before, the final score is going to be an 8.4, final rating, 8.4, recommended. Man, now I'm burping. Maestro Pizza, Crazy Joe Davola style. The Devil's, get a bite of the Devil's blend, spice blend. So anyway, that's been Sunday Night Pizza. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Hope you have a great week. Hope you had a good 4th of July. Another summer holiday, boom, gone. Before you know it, the summer is going to be over. I can't believe we're into July already. But anyway, that's my email dinging. I need to learn to turn that down. So thanks for tuning in. Sunday night pizza, Monday afternoon. Have a great week. We will see you a week from Monday.